Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. For this week's episode, I am going to talk about trust. And there's a chance I'll dip in and out of some channeling. I'm in an interesting frequency, so I'm curious what will come through. So let's just jump right in. Sorry, my nose itches. My face was just like in my dog. Okay, so what is trust? Trust is an agreement that you had created between you and something else. So an easy example is an alarm. So every night I set my alarm, I trust that it will go off in the morning. I trust that it will wake me up. So that's kind of just an easy example of a tangible trust. But how do we have faith and trust in something when we can't see it? And that can be a little more challenging, specifically when you're someone who may have anxiety or struggles with worry and control. So one way to start to build trust is creating a healthy habit, and it's a new healthy habit. So creating an agreement between you and this healthy habit and maintaining and tracking that healthy habit. So an easy example could be, okay, every single person has 1 minute to spare for themselves a day. 1 minute. Every person has one, right? You go to the bathroom, it takes a minute, right? You can do this in the bathroom. So it could be something as simple as taking a moment to just close your eyes and breathe for 1 minute, right? Or taking a moment every day and taking 30 seconds of just a nice, deep, methodical breathing to kind of balance yourself, reground yourself. All right, that's just a way. So when you can show that kind of commitment to yourself, you're building trust between yourself and something that you're doing good for yourself. So that's just a way of kind of creating a small new healthy habit and sort of giving you a grasp on an intangible trust that you've had between you and something else that you can't necessarily see, but you know it's doing something good for you. So I'm in an interesting frequency, and I'm just curious what's going to come through, so I'm going to just kind of let things fly. But so in order to really develop trust, you have to learn how to stay in the present. And what that means is focusing on the now. You are exactly where you are meant to be. And no matter where you are in space and time, you are exactly where you are meant to be. And we so often get in these loop thought cycles. Oh, yesterday I upset someone's feelings. Yesterday I did X, Y, Z. I said something yesterday I shouldn't have said. Oh, tomorrow's going to come. I have a big test tomorrow. I have such anxiety over tomorrow and what tomorrow may come. But focusing on the now, focusing on the present is a way to help build trust with yourself, because if you're constantly worried about something that happened in the past, you're not focused on the present moment. And the present moment is exactly where you are meant to be. And if you're worried about something that's happened in the future that hasn't even happened yet, you're not living presently. How can we live presently? We can start small. We can do something as small as going outside and allowing the sun's rays to touch our skin for a second. It can be something as small as going outside and just standing and being present, putting your feet in the grass, sitting next to a tree and just looking at whatever's around you. You can go outside and name 5 things that you see, 5 things that you smell, 5 things that you hear, and so on. And you can help build these practices to help you stay present, because when you're present, you're living exactly where you're meant to be. When you're in the past, you're not where you're meant to be. When in the future, you're not where you're meant to be, because right here and now is where you're meant to be. You have the power of choice to do whatever you want in your life. When you were created, God gave us the gift, right? God, the universe, all gave us that gift of freedom of choice. And with that freedom of choice comes power. So you can choose to actively commit to yourself and to living in the present, or you can choose to not. But If you're choosing to not, you're going to continue these loops, right? You can't expect change if you're not willing to move with the change and move beyond these places of where you've committed yourself previously, right? These commitments aren't set in stone. You can change whenever you want. That's the beauty of change. It's the beauty of choice. You don't like brown hair, you go to the salon. You can choose blonde, right? It's as simple as that. It's pretty black and white when it comes to choice and change, and that's the beauty of it, right? And there are areas, there are gray areas in life, there are gray areas in life, and that, yeah, sure. But when it comes to just deciding for yourself, the decision's within. And once you commit to you commit to being present, you commit to living authentically, you lean into joy, you live into creation, you lean into things that make you feel good inside. That is when you are living in your truth. That is when you can fully surrender, allowing yourself to live, letting go of the reins, letting go of the need to control. What is it that you need to control? If it's going to happen, it's going to happen, right? There's nothing you can do to prevent something from happening that isn't going to already happen. So living presently, go outside, feel the rain on your skin. If you feel it's raining outside, go and touch something tangible. Feel something that's going to help you feel present. Hold a rock in your hand, right? Pick something up from the earth. We're not committing ourselves to being present with the earth, with Mother Nature enough. We're so concerned with our cell phones, with technology, and technology, it's not the devil. Technology is useful, but we abuse it. And we sit on our phones for far too long. Check your screen time. Your screen time says that you spent 5 hours this week scrolling on Instagram. Instagram is not bad, but limiting yourself to technology is better. It's just better for who you are as a whole. It's better for your commitment to you. Because when you're scrolling the internet, you're being placed in a point of comparison, right? And that comparison is going to lead you down that worry. Why don't I have the child? Why don't I have that house? Why don't I have that marriage? This place of comparison isn't helping you live authentically to who you are. Because remember, God is experiencing life through you. And God can experience life through you while you're sitting on Instagram, but that's not living fully. Life is a gift. Life is the gift that we've been given by the universe, by the Creator, by our highest selves. So leaning into our own personal power, living authentically, living in the now, making that cognitive decision to stop those loop thoughts. And you can just say that by simply saying things like this. You're laying in bed at night and these cycles happen of worry and tomorrow. You can just pause, recognizing the fact that you're having these negative thoughts and just saying simply over and over again, I deserve to sleep peacefully tonight. I deserve a good night's rest, because you do deserve that. But the choice is yours whether or not you're going to claim that or not. And thoughts, your mind is a computer. It's going to compute things. You're going to have to put the work in to create this change, to reprogram thoughts that have been within us since birth, right? But the fact that you're here and now and listening to this message means that you're interested in change. And it doesn't have to be a drastic change. It can just be a small step. It can be these 30-second breaks. It can be taking your phone, placing it down, and walking away for it momentarily. Starting small and committing to yourself and staying consistent is going to be how you discover that truth within you and that trust within you, for you to live authentically, for you to live presently, for you to live in the now. Trusting yourself and trusting that you're fully capable. Human beings are resilient, right? Women have babies, their bodies bounce back. You get a scratch, your skin will heal. For the most part, most of us are in a position where we are in relatively good health and these things are good. Despite the negative things that may or may not come in life, you're still in a place of choice and power. And only you have the ability to give your power to things. But trusting in your personal power that lies within will help you live authentically. You are a God. You are a creator. You just have to want to create. You have to want to harness your power within, and you have to want to live fully. And no one's going to force you to do this. This is all on your own accord. But if you're curious, and you're curious to life, and you're curious on the offerings that life can give, lean into that. Lean into your creativity. Find something that you enjoy. There are a lot of things to choose from. I'm starting to come down. Trust yourself, trust in God, trust your angels, trust your guides. But once you start making these small commitments to yourself, you'll see that growth, right? So it's taking these tiny things and like building, like I see like it's like a pyramid, right? Like the pyramids didn't start out as a pyramid. They were built to be these strong structures, right? But it's like they created this strong foundation that lasted for centuries, right? So you have to build the foundation and start brick by brick, and then with that you'll have like, you know, something that'll last everlasting within you, within your human experience, within this life. So yeah, letting go of trying to control, which is really hard. And you can do things by like finding meditations. You can lean into affirmations. Affirmations are coming through. I'm dizzy. Sometimes I get dizzy. Trusting your personal power. We all have choice. We all have the ability to do whatever we want. You just have to believe that you are capable. And this isn't something like, oh, I think I could be the next American Idol. Like, we have to have a little bit of realistic views on things, you know, because this isn't about like winning the lottery, you know, like, oh, well, some people it is though, you know, for some people it is about winning the lottery. For some people it is about being the next American Idol or whatever's got talent. But for most of us, it's just tuning into your higher frequency and allowing life to move through you, allowing God to experience life through you, through the amazing human being that you are. I think that's pretty much it. It starts to get like a little repetitive. The messages are kind of just like doubling down. They're like doubling down and saying like, hit me, right? So trust yourself, guys. I know it's like, it seems like it's a no-brainer, but it really is hard because we all get stuck in these looped thoughts. I am someone who, when at night, I'm laying in bed, I can easily put myself in a position where I'm about to fall asleep to wondering what's going to happen tomorrow and freaking out over like work and stuff. But it does take like action. You have to do something about it, right? You can't just like sit and say, I wish that it would stop. I wish it would stop. You have to put the action behind the words. You know, you can walk the walk, but you also have to, well, what is it? Talk the talk, but you have to walk the walk. Sorry. I was going to say walkie-talkies. I think that's all that's going to really come through regarding that. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, let me know if you have any other insight on that. If you have any questions you want to talk about, concerns, anything, any guidance that you need help in clarity. I'm here for you guys. And I'm going to dip out now because I think I need to lie down. So yeah, until next week, y'all, trust yourselves.